Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 picks up right where we left off with the residents of Hawkins. The gang's reeling from the revelation that Vecna is actually one. As Eleven tries to regain her powers, Will, Mike, and Jonathan attempt to find her, and Hopper, Joyce, and Murray flee a monster. Over the final 2 episodes, we see the characters prepare for the biggest fight of their lives. If you've watched the Stranger Things Season 4 Volume 2 ending, look towards Season 5, there are major Stranger Things Season 4 spoilers ahead. Season 4 are all focused on taking down Vecna. The result is a huge final battle, the characters working together from all over the globe to destroy the villain. Like Hopper, Joyce, and Murray are back in Russia as they try to escape from the prison after the Demogorgon has gotten free. After escaping, Hopper gets a call across to Hawkins. He finds out how much danger their children are in, and they decide to come up with another plan. Joyce explains that if they kill the Demogorgons and the particles, then this should weaken the monster preying on Hawkins as it's all linked to the hive mind. Meanwhile, in Nevada, Eleven has learned the truth about Henry's origins and how she was responsible for sending him into the Upside Down and thus creating Vecna. In this process, she regains her powers and decides to get back Hawkins, but Papa tries to stop her because she is not ready yet. At that time, government agencies collide at the base in Nevada, as Papa has a change of heart and tries to escape with Eleven only to be gunned down. Mike, Will, Jonathan, and Argyle have finally reached camp on Pizza Truck, and they try to work out how they'll return to Hawkins to save their friends. When all feels lost, Eleven comes up with a plan to help them from Nevada by using a sensory deprivation tank to piggyback off Max's mind and fight Vecna. Back in Hawkins, the gang have a plan. They're going to use Max as bait to distract Vecna, while Nancy, Steve, and Robin head to Henry's house in the Upside Down to attack his body. Here it all gets very Inception, as everyone takes on their part of the plan, in a different dimension. At first, it seems to be working, as Eleven helps Max fight Vecna in one of her memories. But quickly everything starts to go wrong, as Demobits are attacking Eddie while he's distracting from others. Meanwhile, Jock Jason has turned up to where Erica, Max, and Lucas are, as he tries to make Lucas bring Max back to life from her coma. Max starts to be lifted into the air as Vecna is about to enact his final kill. Eleven is trapped, and it's only Mike's words that allow her to come back to her powers as he tells her he loves her, giving her the strength to fight back against Vecna. The tide turns as Vecna is injured by Eleven in this weird other dimension, while Steve and Robin fires at him in the Upside Down. Nancy shoots him through a window. Eleven then goes into Max's mind as she tries desperately to bring her back to life. It seems she's about to be lost forever. And while Vecna appears to die, his plan is still enacted. Max technically dies, his plan to commit 4 murders succeeding as gates to the Upside Down tear through Hawkins. In that, Jason was ripped in half when the gates to the Upside Down opened. Eleven puts her hand on Max's heart and tries to bring her back. 2 days later, the fallout of Vecna opening the gates is felt throughout the town. People are leaving Hawkins, and the local high school is set up as an earthquake relief center. Hopper shows up and he is reunited with Eleven. However, as Vecna promised, this is all just the beginning of the end. Upside Down particles sweep across the town, and the color drains from the ground. As Will suggests, Vecna is nearby, and he won't stop until he's taken everyone. Sadly, Eddie was the major victim of the final episode, his wounds from the Demobits proving too much to survive. He dies in Dustin's arms. His fate is confirmed in a news report, the reporter suggesting he is missing and presumed dead. His body hasn't been found, but that's because he dies in the Upside Down, rather than in Hawkins. We all are thinking that did Vecna survive? Our first clue that Vecna may have survived the battle comes when Nancy, Steve, and Robin go downstairs to where his body should be, but he's not there. Then Will, back in Hawkins, says he can feel his presence, and the hairs on the back of his neck spike. He tells Mike that their battle is far from over. Now that I'm here in Hawkins, I can feel him and he's hurting, but he's still alive. It's strange knowing now who it was this whole time. We don't know where Vecna is hiding, but you can almost guarantee that he'll be back, and probably more powerful than ever. In the final moments, we see the particles from the Upside Down, showing that the dimension is beginning to bleed into Hawkins. This is all part of Vecna's plan. He wants to see his world combine with ours. Hawkins will burn and fall, with the rest of this senseless, broken world, he tells Eleven. I will be there to pick up the pieces when it does and remake it into something beautiful. We all know that Nancy has seen what this will look like, Vecna having showed her a vision of his plan. She told the others at the time, I saw a dark cloud spreading over Hawkins. Downtown on fire, dead soldiers, and this giant creature with a gaping mouth. There were so many monsters coming into Hawkins. The first evidence of this, the gang looking around and the world draining of color, plants dying all around them, and Hawkins burning in the distance. In the final, Vecna tells Max that she's much braver than her brother Billy was, confirming that he was linked to the Mind Flayer. It appears Vecna was essentially the captain, and the Mind Flayer was an instrument of destruction. Vecna said to Eleven what happened to him after he was forced into the Upside Down. He was lost, wandering the dimension when he came across the beast, which looked just like the spiders he had befriended as a child. He takes control of the entity, using its power to enact out his vengeful plan. That's all for today. Comment your thoughts about what will happen in Season 5. And subscribe for more content. Thank you.